Welcome back to another episode. Ah, so this topic today has to deal with an ending of a 3 year journey. So, 3 years ago, pretty much to the day, maybe give or take about a week, I was driving for dollars. Now, if you're not familiar with what that term actually is, it's a term for real estate where you're literally just driving through neighborhoods and just looking to see the houses that just haven't been taken care of. And I ran across one, and it wasn't too far away from where I live. And I saw this property, and I was like, man, what a what an eyesore in a beautiful neighborhood. It was that one house that just everything just it was just screaming help, right? So I can remember all the work I started doing, just trying to figure out who the owner was, what the situation was, and I actually got some pretty good results over the next couple months. I actually knocked on a few doors, introduced myself, asked for information about the property, and I kept digging and digging and digging. I was able to start putting a story together. And everything that I see review in the world, it's either a story or a game. So I guess I was playing a game to really unveil the story of this house. And in looking to essentially find the owner, I was able to fortunate enough to locate where the owner was. Reached out, but the owner just didn't want anything to do with that property whatsoever. So it was really really strange. Like I couldn't even reach out to the seller, or not the seller, the owner. So in any case, it was a 3 year journey. I kept reaching out and reaching out and reaching out. The most recent campaign that I actually sent out, it was recognizing that the seller didn't want anything to do with the property. So I actually put out a campaign where I just offered to give the seller money or give the owner money, right? So you wouldn't really think it's much. I think I put $1 in a card and literally just was regular with that, sent it out every single week. So that was probably the most sustained campaign I actually had, and that campaign lasted since September 2021. So every week since September, that's about almost 9 months. 9 months times four ish letters a month. That's about 36. So 36 letters. 36 times I attempted to reach out via these campaigns to reach out to the seller. And unfortunately, within the last month, the property sold. And when I say the property sold, it went to a tax auction, and the highest bidder not only paid off the tax lien, but actually got to keep the property. So that's the end of a chapter. I was looking forward to see what I could actually offer the seller because the property was abandoned. I mean, I'm gonna show you some pictures, but it was in rough shape. But everything's an opportunity, right? So I look at that as probably one of the longest campaigns I've actually continued and pushed with. And even though the result may not have been what I wanted, the story around everything, that says a lot. It says a lot about me. It says a lot about what I'm willing to do. And it's a very good demonstration for my kids of what we're able to do together and to sustain an effort that long. Even though there's an ending that wasn't, let's say, favorable for what we were considering, there's still the story. So I have the story written down. It's definitely something that I'm going to share, but I had to share that with you today because endings don't necessarily have to be something that you look at and you're like, man, why didn't it happen in my favor? The ending is the ending. You don't know where it's going to go, but the story is something that you don't lose. It stays with you. So stories of perseverance, stories of bravery. I mean, you name it. There's all sorts of stories out there. So what's your story? What have you actually pushed through? And even though the results may not have been what you actually wanted, the story itself is worth more than the actual result was. So I encourage you to share that. There's always a silver lining in every story, and I can definitely see the silver lining in mine. I just gave my kids a little bit, got to see what I actually do. So that's my story for today. I'm sticking to it. The ending and the auction. But in any case, end of one chapter and the beginning of the next. So I hope you appreciate this story. I hope you share some stories of your own. And until the next meeting or episode, I'll see you then. All right. Bye.